Hey guys, in this one we're just going to make it so that we can play in third person non-VR, so people who don't have VR headsets can follow along. So there's a few ways we can do this, but we'll go back to our human controller, controllers folder, and we'll go to enter vehicle, and we're going to change this to be an interact function that's more generic so we can pick up weapons. So we're going to rename enter vehicle interact. Pile, save. And we'll just make sure that that still works. Here. Oh, I also added a sprint. I think that got corrupted, so I'll just go over the sprint real quick. Let's see, where was it? Yeah, so I added a sprint input, which is just left shift. If we're not controlling a vehicle, it just sets fleeing on humans, controlled human, to true or false. And if we are sprinting, it doubles the max walk speed by getting the character movement, getting the max walk speed, and then times 2 or times 0.5 if the sprint is over. So that takes care of the animation and the walk speed and all that. Right, so the animations is what we'll handle in this when we pick up a weapon, but we need to do the interaction first, which is where we were. So right, interact. So we do this line trace. We're going to actually change this to a sphere trace. Trace by channel. And the reason for that is a line trace is very accurate. As in it's like pinpoint accuracy, like 1 pixel. So a sphere trace will give us more of a radius to work with. So I'll just connect all this and set the radius to 25, which is kind of a large radius, but I'll just make sure this works and show you what I mean. So now when we hit F, it spawns like a larger interaction, so it'll be easier to hit weapons. Like if we go over here, we'll hit the weapon really easily. Alright, so we'll change that to draw debug none, so that's not showing up. Now if we do hit something and it's not a base vehicle, we want to check if it's a base weapon. And now we want to get is head mounted display enabled. Now the motion controller system is already set up for working with VR, so this you probably, I guess you could still hit the interaction button. Yeah, you can still hit the interaction button on the motion controller. We want to make sure this is false. Let's just print string. I just want to make sure that this actually doesn't return true. Yeah, it's actually not returning. So let me just see what this returns is. Okay, I guess we're not hitting this at all. I guess we might be hitting the this. Well, let's just print what we're hitting. Sorry for flipping through everything. I'm just trying to get oriented here. Road. Yeah, we're hitting the cylinder. Okay. So what are we doing here? Just trying to see what these defaults to. Blocks everything. Okay, so I guess we'll make a new collision. We won't be lazy, we'll make a new collision. Collision object channel weapon. And actually no, trace channel. I guess. Weapon. Overlap. Let's make it interactable. Interaction. We'll name this. We'll change this to this. That's still gonna fit as a default though, isn't it? Yeah. So, how do we want to do this? We can change this to block. We go to base weapons. We'll set the skeletal mesh to block it. Bit of overlap. Will that cover it? Might. Yeah, it does. Okay, so that worked. That was easy enough. Alright, cast to base weapon. Oh yeah, we'll also need to go to our vehicle. And we'll change this to block. I guess we should change the default to none. Collision. Alright, change the default to ignore. But on vehicles, let's just make sure that didn't undo it. Yeah, block. Okay. So that should be good. So just to make sure we're clear, I added a new trace channel interaction, setting it to default ignore, so everything here ignores it except vehicles and weapons. Did we set weapons? I can't remember. I think we did. Just make sure it's still set since we changed it. Yeah, it is. Okay. So if we trace with our sphere trace a weapon, a vehicle, we just do the same old thing. Oh yeah, I also set up a system. I'll have to go over that later. I'll make a new video that goes over that. I think it was in the videos that got corrupted. It's just to handle the motion controllers. I'll put that in a separate video though, or at the end of this one. For now, we'll deal with the base weapons. So, if it is a base weapon, we want to call new function, pick up weapon. Let's make that non-VR actually. Pick up weapon. No VR. Kind of making two games at once with VR support, but like we could make this one function, but kind of a decision you have to make if you want your game to be like a VR game or a non-VR game or both. So weapon to pick up. Call that. We're just adding BP base weapon to the inputs of this function that we're calling, pick up weapon no VR. We'll connect this. And make a new variable, primary BP base weapon, and we'll call it primary weapon. We'll check if this is valid. For now, you'll just be able to hold one weapon at a time. So if primary weapon is not valid, then we'll call this. I guess we can just put that in function actually. Primary weapon is not valid, then we'll set this to the primary weapon. Oops, not valid. And we want to attach it. Attach to component. Get controlled human. Get mesh. We want to attach it to hand R. Snap to target. Rotation. Snap to target. Keep world scale. And set physics to false. Set simulate physics false. Okay. Now we also want to set. We want to change the animation. We kind of have two animation blueprints. Where did I put them? Custom anims. So we have like the polyperson anim and then the armed human anim. We could make this like one animation blueprint, but I don't want to like spend the time to connect both of these. So that's probably the proper way to do it, I would say. But we're just gonna make it hard switch between them when you pick up a weapon, which is lazier. But like I said, you don't want to see like 2 hours of me setting up the same animation blueprint that we already have. So let's just do it this way. Right. I forget what the thing is to set animation mode. No. Set animation. Oh boy. I'm pretty sure I put it in this guy too. Yeah, set animation. Set anim instance class is what we want. Okay. So just get rid of that because we don't need it there. Set anim instance class. And then in this anim BP armed human. Alright. Now we should be able to go pick up a gun. Let's see. Yep. Okay, it's rotated weirdly, but we'll have to fix that. It's no problem. Other than that, we can at least pick up a gun. So just for fun, we'll make it so you can drop it. If this is valid, we're gonna set primary weapon to nothing, but not before we set simulate physics back to true. And set anim instance class to anim BP polyperson mesh. Alright. Event graph, interact rather. So if this cast fails and primary weapon, oh, we can just connect it like that for now. Actually, that's kind of a bad idea. Let's do it this way. So if the cast fails, meaning we don't hit anything of interest, but we do have a primary weapon, we'll just call drop weapon. Well, pick up weapon no VR, which drops the weapon, because it checks if there's a primary weapon and so on. Okay, so let's just see if this works. Hit F again. Nope, apparently it didn't work. I wonder why. It might be hitting itself, the trace. Let's set collision enabled to no collision. I don't actually know if that's what it is, but I bet it is. So let's get this organized here. I wonder why it's not doing it. Weapon. Because even if it's hitting it, it should be calling it anyway, shouldn't it? Oh, it's still attached? No, it should probably be dropping anyway, and this isn't calling either. So what is the problem here? Oh, this. Alright, that should be it. It was just not returning a hit trace, I guess. That'd be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's still attached, so we still need to detach it. Detach from actor. Location, keep world, keep world, keep world. I guess we want to simulate physics after. And we can probably disconnect that. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so that's this video's starting to get long, so I'll cut it off there. But that's how we pick up and drop weapons in non-VR. Just for actually, you know what? Let's just wrap up by making it so we can fire them. So we already have firing for non-VR, but we'll do primary weapon. We'll just copy this stuff. Fire. Can't remember if we connected. I think we connected right mouse button for that. But if you haven't, just connect inputs, set it to mouse button, and that's it. Set wants to fire. Get rid of this. Alright, so let's just go see if we can pick it up. Fire. Yep, we can fire. Okay, so let's rotate it now. When we pick up the weapon, we want to add local rotation. So we'll get primary weapon since it's set now. Add local rotation. And looks like we're going to want to add some roll to it. We'll add 180 roll and see where we go from there. Actually, you know what? It's going to be easier to just do it this way. Let's set this to armed human. And then add child. We'll get rid of all this, but I'm just going to get the exact math that we want. Weapon. Parent socket, hand. R. Okay, so rotate this. And its scale we've already reduced, so we don't need to worry about that. But alright, so do 160, 15, 14, minus 90. Alright, so that'll more or less work. 160, 14, minus 90. 60, 14, minus 90. Whoops, I forgot to delete that stuff. We'll set poly person. Alright, that's better, I guess. We could probably still set, what was it, roll. We can set this to minus 80. Will that be better, maybe? Nope, wrong way. Minus 100. Hello. Oops. Right. Okay, so that's good enough for now. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that'll cut it for this video. And the next one, we'll make it so we can actually right-click to ADS, or aim down sights, so their arms will like raise and it'll be easier to shoot. And yeah, and then we'll go from there. Probably work on some more actual gameplay, like dying and having cops shoot at you and chase you and all that. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.